I'm in the little village of Rampton, another fenland village in Cambridgeshire. What I'm looking at here is part of a manor farm, and then over here we have what's described as the castle. It's believed to have been started by Geoffrey de Mandeville, possibly in the anarchy war against King Stephen. I believe he was killed before he had a chance to finish it. Not quite sure whether it's meant to be a Motte and Bailey or something else, because it is it has a large mound in the centre here, like the typical fenland land round here. It is very waterlogged just there. They would have needed a water source. This is quite a large area. It's not quite, it's a bit big for a motte. It's more like a ringwork than anything else. Without tripping on all these brambles. This is actually quite well kept compared to a lot of these places. Obviously the council must take care of it, or somebody. This whole area around here would have been waterlogged. There's the church over there. I always say there's a church associated with the castle. Any areas like this would have been any sort of slightly higher areas. You can see a bank on that side. I think that was the sound of a couple of more hens there. It's a bit windy now. Yeah, until the Dutch came over here in the 1800s, most of this land around here would have been underwater, or at least partly underwater. Except for those lands that are high enough to be cultivated. Most of the land would have looked a lot like that, with the reeds there. As you can see, we're sort of dropping a bit lower down than where the castle is. It wouldn't necessarily have got its defence from the height of the walls or ditches or anything. Likely to do with the water around it here. There's a road just over there. You can hear the cars going past. There may have been a road then in the medieval period. Certainly the entrance does seem to face that way. There's a very large area inside. There is this central bit here, which could have been, this could be the footing of a house or something. It does cover a largish area. And here, something that was used from the Second World War, a spigot mortar. For those that don't know what a spigot mortar is, it's an anti-tank mortar, basically. It was used to, supposedly to destroy tanks, but whether it would have been able to destroy certainly the earlier German tanks, but not the great big heavier ones. It was a very heavy thing. It's positioned here mainly because you've got the road there. So if there was a road, which there would have been obviously, because that's why it's here, but anything coming around the bend in the direction that the camera's facing, or if it came from the other way, you'd be able to aim this at it and hopefully fire at it. The crew would then, if they were still there and still survived, they would probably lift the spigot mortar up and carry it with them, or they'd have probably just legged it if they had any sense. There's a lot of static defences in England at that time of the war. They would have used this because it would have been built up a bit. It's a bit higher than the surrounding area, and it is by the main road there, so it would have provided a good position. There is another spigot mortar not far from here, it's a place called Erith. There's a spigot mortar and there's something called an Allen Williams turret. They're both static World War II defences. I'm not sure whether this would have been the entrance at the time, but as the sort of farming complex is over there, or possibly village. But there we go, Rampton Giant's Moat.